Happy 9/11, folks.
Nigga 11.
We've entered
Happy 9/11, everyone.
peak boomer hours. Anyway, welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Spice Wars, episode 11. An inside job? ? Last time we left our intrepid heroes, in quotations. They rescued a thought, knocked her unconscious, took a guy out, knocked him unconscious, blinded him, burned him, bled him, lacerated him.
Gave him the good old CBT.
Yeah.
He deserved it. He stabbed me.
Eventually beat him into unconsciousness with some kung fu.
It was a good time all around.
Yeah.
Fun for the whole family.
Yes. And now you're all back in the changing room, thinking what you're gonna do next.
Well, put our clothes back on. Maybe.
I would hope that you all have your clothes and gear back on. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If that's what you want to do.
if we do need a destruction effective immediately, Cinder, you said you didn't want to change.
I mean, I took all the time to get down here from the ship and take all my clothes off for y'all to already be ready to leave. I think this bathrobe will be just fine for now.
You should probably take your clothes and gear with you, though, just in case.
Yes.
Stu, can I do a knowledge education roll on the decency loss
Yeah!
of this planet?
Go ahead. Roll it.
Alright.
Well,
That's a failure.
that's technically a failure. You think that... I mean, it's probably indecent, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine, right? They won't mind.
It'll make more sense, you know, if you have a sex slave in a robe while you're carrying an unconscious woman and a half-dead man.
No. Let me rephrase this as many times as I need until it's understood. We don't aren't carrying the bodies with us. Bill's character cut a hole in the wall in the sauna we were in, went out the back, and carried the bodies to the fucking vehicle. We don't have them with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it might be a good distraction, questioning of, you know, when
Oh,
they
yes,
find
you're-
what's going on.
Oh yes, you'll be a very good distraction if we're lucky to mistake you for one of the workers.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Maybe they do home visits.
Ooh,
Ooh, ooh.
Eric's list.
Aerogelists.
We summoned him.
no. Talk about half-dressed Twelix and he appears.
Uh-oh.
Hello there.
The power of a muscular tentacled woman.
Right. Yeah, Bill snuck his way out and has made his way back to the trucks, and he's like, "Proceed, meat bags," like he says in the intercom.
Every time.
Well, it's official.
I think we're
really are
about done. Let's try to leave before anyone can find us.
4 more security droids arrive.
I'll open the door,
Okay.
and I'll say over the intercom, Cinder, we're leaving.
She just kind of follows with her gear in hand.
Okay, you make your way out the door. I presume all of you do at once.
Now that I have all my fancy gear on. Deflective armor. Load bearing gear, utility belt, breath mask, backpack.
Oh, and Blue Boy. Come on. We're going.
Going.
We're going.
Right.
Yep,
Cool. Right, you all emerge out, carrying your gear and weapons, having all sorts yourselves out, and you see figures in the hallway, ready to greet you.
Ooh, good music transition.
Oh shit, here
Here
we go again.
And one of the lead figures, who looks like he's wearing some kind of cybernetics, kind of like one of the guards you met earlier, gestures to you and is like, "What have you done with the boss?
Excuse me?
Where is the boss?"
Look, I've dealt with a lot of bosses. Which one?
And all John says is, "Ooh," and I'd like to do try a deception check.
Give me a moment. Just get
Could I
some-
help out by looking confused?
You can give him a blue, yes. Right.
Yo, give me blues, boys.
Right.
And I'll roll deception, and I'll add ebb and flow, which I leveled up, so now I can get the success from it.
Oof. Oh.
The force makes me better at lying.
Give me a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Ah, it's alright. I'm just getting some stuff ready.
Just roll the difficulty.
That is okay.
That was a bit quick on the trigger.
No, it's fine. Well, you succeed.
That would be 3 successes.
Yep. The guard just kind of looks at you for a moment, and there's like a pregnant pause, and he's just like, "Cordon Bokir. You know where he is."
Cinder's gonna kind of like step forward, kind of like show a little bit of skin and be like, "I'm sorry, gentlemen. My customers and me are needing to go. We're doing a group. I'm doing a group special for them today."
Oof. Fuck.
Kind of showing a little bit of cleavage through the row
John,
to try to
John looks-
distract them.
Hey,
John,
hey, boss,
not
didn't
for the
you
deception.
follow the jawline?
If not for the deception check, John will look incredibly uncomfortable at the moment.
Right.
I mean,
Can
she's
Juka
half dressed. Why not be a distraction?
Can Juka try a deception check to make it seem like he heard Hornball McGee?
Fuck. Okay, Cinder, you'll also have to make a deception check.
Can you roll it?
I will roll it.
Can they get a blue from mine?
You get an extra blue, so yeah. The guard is not really, like, super swayed by it, but he kinda is like, you feel like he's going, that makes more sense, I guess.
Fucking hell.
What the hell did you do?
Yuka just sort of raises his hand and goes, "We were never here."
We
Supervisor!
oh no. And just like
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit confused at the moment. Your boss? Who? You mean, what was his name again?
Cordon Bokir.
Like, yeah, that was what John asked in character.
Oh, in
basically.
character. Yeah, they
He's
go.
trying to-
They basically respond. The guy responds, "Cordon Bokir, human male, owns this place."
I knew it, Hornball McGee.
I'm sorry, I might be a little bit intoxicated, but the owner. Why would he be with us?
Yeah, maybe he's entertaining other ladies since he owns the place.
Like, it's kind of like, I just came here to pick up someone. She wasn't here. Might have gotten a bit too into the festivities, you know what I mean?
Sarah
Basically just
Varuna.
trying to seem really drunk.
Okay. He goes, Serva Luna. Is that the one you're looking for?
Yep, and we didn't find him.
Yeah, that's the one we were. That was the one we were hard to pick up.
Well then,
That's
sir,
not
did
right.
you find her?
No.
Can I say no?
Yeah.
We did
Do
not
I have
find
to
her.
roll deception again, or is my former deception check good enough?
It's good enough. They're kind of a bit suspicious, but they've lowered their weapons somewhat, and the leader kind of goes to. He kind of is like, gestures to one of his colleagues. Go find them, and the one of the cyborgs kind of nods and wanders off through the doorway.
Remember, I just wanna remind you, Stu, that last time Bill said he made sure that the hole he made was as hidden as it could possibly be.
Yep. And as this is happening, the human kind of wanders up to him and is like, "Come on, boss, this is bullshit. They are obviously lying about this. Take them down." And the boss just kind of shakes his head and is like,
Us?
Wait.
Lie? Why would we have any reason to lie to you?
If
Hey.
I'm a liar,
If
I
you
know
can't-
this.
If
Okay.
you can't trust a prostitute, who can you trust?
the guy is like,
Excuse me, sir, that is not the type of accusation you make against an upstanding citizen.
okay. The guy kind of smirks over at Cinder and is like, "Oh yeah, darling? What's your name?"
Cinder.
Cinder, huh? Well. Hey, Vask, go check through the computers. And this guy kind of nods and heads back through to this other room. And the rest of these
Okay.
guys are still just kind of standing there waiting for a moment.
I would like to whisper to my new boss. Is this another one of the horrors we were sent for?
Remember to whisper very lowly. Also, Stu,
Boss?
could you give me a second? 'Cause I need to look through something. There we go.
I prepare an action.
Okay.
I just. Where is it? Fucking up. Just want to open. Okay. I just needed to check a couple of one of the force powers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to check influence.
Ah, you want Jedi mind trick them.
Doesn't seem like that will be possible though, because the basic influence ability can only affect emotions. So what I was thinking isn't gonna be possible.
After a good minute or two, the two figures emerge roughly at the same time, and the guy who went to the room at the back, Vask, is like, "Sir, appears that we don't have a Cinder working at this establishment." And the boss nods, and then turns to the other dude, who says, "Yeah, boss, I found the remains of Okir. She's been blown to pieces, sir."
Wait, we picked those up.
I'm pretty sure you only picked the two unconscious ones up.
No. Remember.
No, the bot took
Remember,
the.
remember,
remains.
Bill took the remains and put them into his human storage. Human part storage. Remember? I can go back and find the part.
Yes, however, there were cybernetic parts left there as well, because it was a cyborg.
There was some bits.
Yes, because it got atomized, if you remember.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, The boss takes in this information and kind of turns to you and is like, "Well, son, I think we've got some further questions for you, if you don't mind coming with us."
What do we do, boss?
I just kind of turn to the rest of them. And first thing I say is I kind of turn towards Cinder. And I say, and I ask kind of quietly, you don't have citizenship, do you?
I couldn't really hear you. Sorry, could you say it a little louder?
You don't have citizenship, do you?
No, I'm officially a slave, so technically I can go wherever, and, I have proof of Mr. Holocaust's purchase right here on my arm.
Just remember, we're whispering this.
Yep.
Just so it's clear. And I turn to Han. We haven't introduced ourselves, have we?
Indeed.
Right then.
Meanwhile,
And I just hold on for a second, Pasta.
Yep.
Please.
I just met you. I don't know what your coded language means.
I'm not using a coded language. I'm literally just whispering, trying to.
But introducing ourselves?
No.
That isn't a
Yeah,
euphemism for anything.
They technically
asked
don't know
Han.
who we are.
I asked Han. We haven't introduced ourselves, have we?
Yeah, I thought that was like a euphemism for
No.
shooting them. Okay, go on.
No.
Alright. Follow my lead for a second.
Very well.
And I kind of turn back, just quickly trying to whisper a bit. Go back to, fine. We'll come along. You first.
Okay. The boss walks forward, along with the other guy, and they'd motion you towards this room.
I kind of just just walk in a group.
Okay.
Just nod us all forward.
while we're walking, Juka is going to raise his hand.
Oh no.
He's not doing anything in particular, he's just raising his hand for a moment. Like the student who just wants to ask a question.
Being technically the teacher, John's gonna turn around. Yeah, son.
No offense. We were basically here for a pickup. And, okay, I mean, it's an abnormal thing that, like, you find pieces of something. But, how does this relate to this? Exactly.
I suppose that's why they want to question us, I guess. Let's go.
Okay then.
And we'll just follow them up to this room here.
Okay.
And that was essentially just more or less the deception thing, so if it's necessary to roll a deception check.
Who you trying to deceive?
Them. Essentially trying to...
Are you trying to play dumb? Is that what it was?
Yeah, basically, well, you found peace of someone, how does that relate to us doing a pickup?
Though, couldn't that be considered part of him rolling for the whole... Is that Hornball McGee?
Well, that was quite a good roll, to be fair, so yeah. I'll take that into account. They open the door and kind of motion you inside.
Alright. Just, Astu,
Yeah?
how far is close range again?
You're definitely in close range, put it that way.
No, I'm talking how far is it in meters according to you?
according to this game, it's about 10 squares roughly. So, from how I've been doing it.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that then. Just just a moment, my guy. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You ever heard of John Wick?
The man pauses for a moment and is like, Mr. Wick, the assassin
Nice to meet
on Nar Shaddaa.
you. Yeah. You ever heard of him?
I've heard rumors here and there.
Good. It's nice to meet you. Now shoot him in the face.
And now my prepared action goes off. Put in Kaiser.
God shits on Dick Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Okay, all of you, once I get the table order set up, all of you roll cool.
I get the shot off in his face first, right?
Oh yeah. You can do that as a freebie and can hand.
Boy, am I glad I have quick draw.
Holy shit!
Hell yeah.
You rolling?
That's pretty good.
Okay. What are you doing, John? A single shot?
Huh. Wait, what? Why do I have?
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
because
yeah.
I was waiting for you to finish, but never mind.
There should be a force die added to that.
I'll roll one. Hold on.
Okay.
Oof. Don't make me roll one.
I'm not gonna use that.
Yes.
I'm not gonna use that. If you're fine with that difficulty, then that's a hit dealing 7 damage.
Are you shooting the one on the left or the right?
The one I was talking to.
Okay, that's the one on the right. Da-da. Let's have a look at the stats. And it's on kill setting, yeah?
Yeah.
7 damage. Alrighty.
7 use. I'm gonna use 1 strain. I'm gonna recover 1 strain
That sounds,
with that advantage.
sounds good.
And
Are you gonna full auto, Han, or...
yes, and I get a blue die because of the weapon being cool and all that.
You shoot the same guy, yeah, just straight ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay, punch it.
Alright, I need to roll cool, I forgot.
Okay, you can roll cool whenever you're ready.
Should also be a force die to that.
Let's add a force die. Oof.
I choose not to use it.
And that is 2 extra successes because it's the first shot.
Oh yes, it's 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 minus 6. Someone replay the bot, please.
I'll do it.
Do you need a roll for that?
Okay, yeah, Han and Gren, you basically both fucking synchronize your shots and you blast the leading guy to pieces and he's like just wincing against the wall now. With just massive holes against his cyberware. He's almost down. Now I'll roll these guys. Have a look. Okay. Doo-doo.
Do we have that playing through both bots?
1.2.
Copied and pasted the one Stu put in. I think Gren did the same, but with the different bots code.
We did the colons and markers.
I think it's play for both.
Semicolon.
Yeah,
There you
Fred
go.
Boat be gone. There we go. Right. And the tech thug. Where is this boy? .1.
I think someone's forgot to roll cool, maybe? Or at least list themselves.
Oof.
Chunky,
Wait.
you should have a 1.
But can you adjust your own on there?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, cool. Okay, so the advantage is you use it as a decimal, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so 0.2. That is what I do with 2 advantages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so everyone's rolled besides Chunky and Kutrat.
Wait, oh, we didn't save.
Oh,
Okay,
Chunky's got
it's it
1.
this time.
Oh, there we go.
And Chunky's got 1. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, there we go.
So I'm not familiar with the.
Cinder, it's your turn.
You have a weapon, girly.
She's 2. I guess she's gonna pull her 2 blasters out and point them at. Not out of nowhere, you creep. And I guess point. I don't have the stream pulled up. I guess point them at the closest guy to her and be like, "You should have just believed us. You should have just let us walk out of here. Would have all gone easily." And I guess she's gonna shoot at them.
Okay.
Daka
You could
Daka.
roll that for me, please.
Are you gonna shoot them both?
Yes, with both pistols, with both blasters that I have.
One person or 2 people?
One person,
Okay.
both guns.
It's
That's
like a
some-
thing where you use like 2 advantage to apply the second blast, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very good.
2 open fighting is surprisingly easy.
Oh! Bruh.
Bruh.
Boss, watch out, Bahura has a gun. 2.
Okay, that's
She
10
just
damage.
ended
For
a
the
man's career.
Oh yes, you did.
Okay, that's
Bruh.
10 damage on that first boy.
Is that a crit, my dude?
It is, but you might want to trigger additional hits, in all honesty. That might be better.
No,
If we come in
isn't it
Bill?
2?
Wait,
Wait,
she
isn't it
doesn't have
equivalent to a
advantages.
5? Isn't it equivalent? Isn't a jump equivalent to 5?
Yeah, so you might be. Yeah, you could do trigger crit and trigger an extra hit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The extra hit will do 5 base damage, so. That won't actually do anything, but the crit will. Tell you what, you can add 20 to your crit, I'll say, for all 5 advantage, because that'd be more beneficial. Because these guys are quite tough, the cyborgs.
Okay.
Okay. 1d100 plus 20. Uh, 67.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. Let's have a lookie. Shattered senses. Remove all blue. Okay. It's fun. Believe that Cinder's go unless you want to do some kind
Yeah,
of maneuver
no,
or
that's
something.
it.
Alright. It is Yuka Starch.
Man, holy shit.
Stu, can an incidental be taken outside your turn?
Depends what you're gonna do, I'd say.
I was thinking of using quick draw to give something to Yuka.
Yeah, you could do that. You could palm off something.
Yuka,
Yep.
John hands something to you. After shooting someone, he holds something out with his other hand.
Juka will try to take it. Well,
metal-
accept it.
It's a metal cylinder with a button.
He knows what to do. He clicks the button.
Backward. What if it's backwards?
Okay, you You press the button on the cylinder and with a beam of light radiates from it. What color is it?
It would be yellow, as it's a training saber.
Yep. Okay. Pasta, you have a yellow beam of rod in your hands. Beam of light.
Okay, I have to input the stats.
The stats.
But,
Just I'm gonna send them to you. In. Let's see.
I can probably try to just find it right quickly.
It is. I mean, it uses lightsaber as a skill. It has damage of 6, encumbrance of 1.
Okay, damage of 6, encumbrance of 4,
Encumbrance of 1.
encumbrance of 1.
Yeah.
What was the 4?
I didn't say a 4.
I heard a 4. Okay.
I said 5 hard points. Engaged.
Okay.
It's an engaged range. It is a. It has a critical of 0. And it deals stun damage
Oof.
as a special quality.
Okay.
Okay. Now you have this mighty weapon, Pasta.
Yeah. Well, Juka is going to give it a look in amazement, and then look at the dude right in front of him,
Yep.
and just, well, I'm sorry, as he wanders over to him and tries to just stab him outright.
Well, that amazing.
Lightsaber skills right there.
Hell yeah.
Right, roll to hit, Pasta.
Son of chosen one.
Da, 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 da. Oh god, this is like the beginning of Phantom Menace now.
But I wasn't expecting it to be this powerful.
Wait, how many criticals could you trick?
He doesn't have
Wait.
crits on it though, that's the sad thing.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, that's a fuck ton of advantage, so.
Well,
You wanna fuck this guy up?
that's at least 2 ranks of lightsaber right there.
Okay. I'm gonna generate that as... Oh, because that's 2 triumphs. I'm gonna say you take a couple of nice swings and then plunge the saber into one of his, like, cybernetic cores, and he just fizzles out, and you just see sparks flying out of him as you fuck up some of his servos. And he takes a significant bit of damage, yeah, from the saber. And you also force him to drop his weapon, I'll say as well. Like,
Let's see. 2 triumphs destroy a piece of the target's equipment.
yeah, you destroy his gun basically he's holding.
Doesn't he have cybernetics?
He does, yeah, which is why I'm accounting for damage, because normally this guy's a soak of 6, so he wouldn't actually be taking damage from this, but I'm giving UK extra damage because he rolled 2 triumphs. Because
Could he destroy one of the cybernetics?
they don't exactly have specific cybernetics, it's more just they have a bunch built in that augments their body, yeah. There's nothing specific about them. But that would be cool, though. That would actually potentially be a thing if you had a specific cyberware.
I'll destroy the brain.
But you fuck them up good, pretty much.
Whoa. That's natural skill with a lightsaber, huh?
Yeah, that's a certain boy moment.
Okay.
That's a bro moment.
These 2 humans run up to John, and one of them is screaming, like, John, you fucker! And he's gonna, draw a Viro blade and try and stab you.
as an incidental, I'd like to draw my if possible, I'd like to pull out my sword and try to parry him.
Okay, yeah, you can quick draw your sword and parry.
Right, I'd say. Well, we'll see. Let him roll first, and let me see if I have to.
Do you have defense?
Yes, I have a defense of 1.
Okay. Oh boy.
That is a successful hit. I will take 3 strain to lower the damage by 3, or to get basically. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, lower the damage by 3. Right, so that's 5, 6. Okay, you take 3 damage minus your soak, so probably no damage.
No damage whatsoever.
Okay, he is going to trigger a critical.
Oof.
Actually, does he
Can
have
he?
the advantage? Yeah. No, he doesn't. So no, he's not going to do that.
He has threats.
Nope. He just fucking swings his blade and glances off your armor. Yep.
I mean, I parried him, so basically it goes ding.
This bitch is going to take a shot at you though. Who's behind him?
The sword uses lightsaber as its skill. Actually, use deflect
Okay.
if it hits.
Let's have a look.
I'm gonna take another 3 strain to deflect it. Well, wait, can I? No, I cannot. At this point, I actually do have to be careful.
Oh no.
I shall take the brunt.
Well, you're taking the brunt of 9 damage minus your soak.
That is 5.
Okay. He takes her carbine and plucks a few shots at you just as that guy ran in and you parried him, so... Take a couple of shots to the knee, basically. Oof. This boy is going to waltz up and take a shot at Han.
Hooray.
See how he does. Han is technically in melee combat. Yeah, he hits you for 5 damage minus your soak. That's all he's gonna do. Chunky!
Hooray, I have 1 more wound left.
It's your boy.
I don't think I can actually do anything.
You can shoot.
Could you do the thing where you get in front of me so I don't get evaporated next round?
I think I have like 3 hit points left.
Oh, damn.
I mean, you might be able to kill that guy if you hit him hard enough.
Alright, so...
Or you could
step
shoot him.
forwards and go for this fella.
Are you gonna go
I
for the
don't remember bringing my gun with me, as it's quite cumbersome to take into a spa.
I mean, you could have left in the lockers, but then again, it would be a bit.
Well, I wouldn't we have left it at the front desk? Pretty sure that's where we left all our, like...
No, you left your
weapons.
gear in the
I d-
lockers. That was the way I was
Yeah.
treating
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not going
Well,
to
in
take.
that case, then I guess I will take a step and then try and yeet this fella.
With melee, or
Well, this guy's down, right?
he's up against the wall. He's not on the floor exactly.
Okay, I guess I can try and make him against the floor. How's point blank with bowcaster generally go for people? Asking for a friend.
Well, not very well. I'll say you can make a shot, yeah, at point blank with it if you
Alright.
want before you move in, like really close, is what I'll say. What I'll do is just move him back a bit so you've got the range.
I mean, I could take the
Because
step.
going into
shot as I
engaged
step
range
forward.
makes the shot more difficult, that's the thing.
I could take the shot before I step past hand. Then.
Yeah, basically, that's the way I would treat that.
Works for me.
So we'll treat it as a normal shot. Punch it when ready.
Dak.
I think that's enough to put him on the floor. How much damage does that do?
Thump.
11. Well, guess what, Chonky? That is enough. The man's dead. Now it's John Devick.
Okay. As a maneuver, so not really as an attack, but as a maneuver, I want to try and push these guys back. I'd also forgotten that everyone was as hurt as they were. I apologize for that.
Sorry, I just saw the art that
What was
Ursula
that?
did.
Oh.
We'll have to pull through. One way or another.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll put that up for the lovely folks at home.
Point.
Fucking bastard.
Alright. I'd like to try and push this guy in front of me back.
Okay, I'm just gonna put the art up and I'll be with you.
Like I don't want to really want to push him down, I want to try and maneuver him back.
Aha. I think we could do that.
I want to see would that take an action or can I do that as a maneuver? Because I don't really want to do damage to him, I just want to put him back.
If you want to just push him like one square or so away from you, is like,
Yeah.
I could let you do that as a maneuver. Yeah, it'd
Athletics
probably
or
be like an opposed athletics. I'm thinking. That seems logical.
Then as an incidental, I shall commit a force rating to increase my brawn by 1.
Okay, and I'll give you a blue because you've got two. I should give you 2 blues because you've got Chonky and Yuka there to assist you in the push. Oh god, this is turning to Blood Bowl.
Formation! Let's go!
Go for it.
Welcome to the pit.
You get 3 advantage, so you don't fall on your ass or anything. You just kind of push against him, but the man is unyielding, apparently, even though he's got a Wookiee next to him. You got 3 advantage, though, so you can spend that how you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend it to lower my strain a bit.
Yeah. You take a moment's respite as you push against the boy.
Strong, aren't you? Wait, I wasn't done. I hadn't done my action.
Oh shit, sorry. Carry on.
I had an action planned.
Oh yeah.
Alright then. As an incidental, I'm gonna use Quick Draw
Okay.
and take out a round object.
Okay. A round boy.
Who would win? Some guards or one round boy?
And this will require a very accurate throw.
This is a grenade, okay. Who are you throwing the
So-
grenade at?
I won't be throwing them at anyone. I'll be trying to throw it there.
Seems John is picking up some of Pasta's teachings.
Excellent.
Essentially, he turns to Pasta and says, "Nah, something you gotta know. And he just says, rules are made to be broken.
Oh,
As I will attempt to yeet the grenade.
Oh no!
okay, Poncho and ready.
I will decommit my force rating, so I can add a force die to it.
Okay.
So let's see if I do. I think that's the one. Okay. Let's see if I kill all of us. Because this, since we're dealing with some junkie boys, just so happens to be an armor-piercing grenade.
Distress.
There should be a force die there. I don't know why there isn't a force die there. I will suffer one strain and one conflict to call upon my desire to destroy these cunts.
Okay.
To turn that into a success.
Right. And you throw the grenade where you want to throw it. Now, this is an important question. Are you throwing it just behind these dudes here or somewhere else?
All the way over here.
Well, okay. Right.
And,
Bruh.
say, basically, have you ever heard the phrase acceptable casualties?
Well, your grenade lands, your armor-piercing grenade lands in between those two doorways and kind of blows them off their hinges completely and just shreds into scrap metal, and you hear screams from the other rooms as a lot of panicked voices ring out, and you see figures just starting to kind of move around a bit. Or at least you hear them.
Fire!
What are they so worried about?
Well, because someone just chucked a fucking grenade there.
Vsauce, Michael here.
I don't think
How
that's their
about these
problem.
boys? How about these boys?
These boys look a little concerned.
Well, it was within the range, didn't you say? It's close.
Well, yeah, it's true, actually. So let's,
It's 10 meters, that's why I threw it there.
Yeah, because I was confused for a minute there, but yeah. So short range.
You planned this all along, you
Right. Okay, I think there's been a misunderstanding here. The range is how far you can throw it.
The blast?
The radius is engaged. It's always engaged.
Oh, okay, so it's 4.
Yeah. But that's why we kept saying, are you throwing it at these guys? Yeah.
Well, I didn't know.
That's fine. That's alright.
Can I change it to there? for this
Yes. I do like the idea that the grenade ricochets and also hits these guys as well, so I'm gonna keep that in as a narrative thing, because that's funny.
Concern.
But yeah, so you land it and it hits. Pick one of these dudes to be the main target, basically.
Let's see, that's gonna hit us. I was going to just throw it, like, right there,
Yeah.
so that it would avoid us.
Yeah, you
Well,
could
it's
do
supposed
that,
to
to be
make
fair,
sense.
because engaged is about 3 or 4 meters, it can be, so yeah. So you can probably hit those 3, to be fair with it.
Well, I guess you can consider this guy the main target, as he's the closest.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then those 2 can also get hit. Are you going to trigger blast with those 2 advantage? I'll just double check that you can.
Triggering blast with advantage is if you fail, I think.
No, you can do it if you succeed as well. Yeah, or maybe, let's double check.
If it succeeds, it gets like the main target and then does blast damage to those around
Blah,
it.
blah, blah. A relatively small enclosed area. The game master might decide everyone in the room suffers damage. Oof, nah, not that mean. Okay. Alright, it'd be 3 advantage if it misses. So, this first boy Suffers 10 damage. Which is quite a bit. Second boy suffers. Let's see. Blast. I think blast is the actual damage you suffer. Yep. Okay. He suffers 1 damage. Actually, no, he suffers 4. Because you've got Pierce 3.
Yep.
And she's also going to suffer 4. So yeah, you successfully almost kill that one at the back, and the other 2 comrades take a bit of the shrapnel from the grenade as well. There you go.
Controlled explosions.
Yep.
Yay.
I suppose that's fair.
This guy's gonna double back a bit after just having been hit by an armored piercing grenade. And he's gonna take a shot at Chonky. See how this one goes.
These are the kind of times where having a murder robot is rather good.
He
Unfortunately, he's busy handling an old dissection, I think.
Is you check out art?
Oh, no. Oh god, this is the redemption arc. Look at this shit.
That hobo has a damn lightsaber.
This is a
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, it's a good meme, because now this is pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
Oh, that's amazing.
Redemption arc begins.
Oh, I just saw that dice roll.
Yeah, give me a
Let's
minute.
how to translate this one? Huh?
Well, that's going to be fun once I add the artwork in. Hold on.
That's at least some, and that's close.
Yep. Okay, let's look at the damage first of all. So,
I love his expression.
Yeah. It's so engaged.
okay, you suffer 11 damage, Skog, minus your soak.
11 not damage.
11 damage minus whatever
Minus
your soak
my
is. Yes.
My soak is 4 if I'm wearing my armor.
You are.
So that's a mere 7.
Yes.
That's not so bad.
Oof. And that's 4 advantage, so... I've actually got more advantage, technically. I'm gonna say you drop your bowcaster as you get...
I mean, I'm 1 over my damage threshold. I'd imagine
Oh,
I
you're
do
on the
more than
floor
drop
now.
my bowcaster.
Oh, no. Well... I think... Chonky is down. At -1 wound.
Yay.
And with the that triggers a crit, so I'm going to do that as a +10 crit. With his advantage.
Yay.
Oh, no!
We're
Chonk.
having fun, aren't we, everyone?
Are you having fun
I'm
yet?
assuming that's 100, or does the chart go above 100?
It can go above 100. Horrific injury.
150, I think, is death. It's like
Roll a d10, please, Skog.
A d10.
An epic d10.
I don't know if
Okay.
that's good or bad.
Skog, could you go to the critical injuries tab, put 106, and then, like, roll that critical number?
Yeah.
in the box. Yeah, just add that to your sheet.
So it's a critical roll, or the critical number?
Critical number. I should add that to your sheet. You're at -1 to your brawn until you get that healed.
Oh.
This feels oddly familiar to. This is a bit too real, I feel. Oof. Your ribs get cracked like that.
Fuck's sake.
Oh no.
So,
What was he
so
just
that's
hit with?
1 damage.
Just
to
a
my
gun,
brawn.
just a blaster shot.
Oh,
Blasters are
Is that
horrible
what-
in Star Wars, I should let you.
Fuck, why did it have to be the Wookiee?
Now, is that one off of my brawn skill, or
Yes.
what's the word?
It reduces
Okay, so
your
I'm down
brawn.
to 2.
Yeah, until you get that healed. So remember, make a note somewhere that you actually have 3 brawn, but you're at 2 until you get that healed. I'm gonna say the disaster though. I'm gonna say the guy just kind of slumps to the floor from the agonizing wounds of the grenade, and he's now dead. I'm just gonna say that for disaster. Like the gun overheats in his hands, and he just kind of slumps back.
Just, I took him down.
Yeah, and he just kind of groans and falls down.
told the people working here they should have hired me.
It's Cobra. It's
Alright,
Cobra.
snap,
And you have
buddy.
1 hit point left and you step on a piece of leg.
Alright, it's time for me to pull out my fancy blaster rifle.
Yep.
And I am going to shoot directly at... Wait, will I have like any penalties if I shoot at this one?
Nope.
Okay, then I am going to allow 2 strains so I can aim twice. So,
And
I
your
don't
gun's
actually know how to-
accurate, right? Isn't it?
Correct.
Okay, punch it in when
Nice.
ready.
I don't actually know how to use the weapon rolls. Do I just...
You just hit the
Just
roll
click it.
dice macro, yeah, for it.
Yeah, just
Uh,
just the
should I just go
GM
to
sets
skill?
the difficulty. The GM sets the difficulty on his side. All you have to do is hit the dice signal, size
Like-
symbol.
Like
next
in the
to
skill page, or...
You can hit it either in the skill page or on the weapon. It's easier on the
Oh,
weapon
okay.
because it tells you
I
what
don't-
damage at a glance, and I can look at it.
Oh, is that the thing
Either
next to
way it
critical?
works. Yeah,
It-
Okay then, fire.
Oof.
you've done something weird.
Yeah.
You've done something very weird.
Oof. Let's have a look. Combat, chariot
Ow.
rifle.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
Just for test. Okay, so that was a test, just to see if things are working.
If the sheet was
okay.
working. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh.
Should I just go into the skills, roll that, and tell you what it's
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Okay. And I fire my fancy blaster.
Well.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Bruh.
bro.
Uh,
How much damage does it do?
Yep, switching back to that tab. Damn. 9.
9, you say. 9?
Yes. 9 is its base damage. It has a pierce of 2. I think that's all that's relevant to here.
Well, that boy's dead.
Yes.
Tech boy's down.
Beautiful blue beam flyers out of my rifle.
Yep. You're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice. Right, stop.
I combat roll backwards into the prone position.
Yes, you do.
You gotta be tactical about it.
Tactical.
Hell yeah. And would I get any penalties for firing at this dude since he is in me?
Yeah, it just upgrades the difficulty of it, so it's 1 red.
And
which
I shall
isn't...
fire at the woman behind him.
Okay.
Out of respect.
Respect weapons.
Aim your respect at her head.
Are you auto-firing or firing?
Yes. I shall give a fully automatic respect.
Okay. Punch it.
And remember, I get a
Oh, you get blue for your
blue die for
craftsmanship.
being prone and for the, epic.
You could suffer some strain to go get some aim.
I think he's already got
I can't
two
do that.
wounds,
I can't do that due to a critical injury.
Oh right, true.
Yep.
Can I punch it?
Yes.
And that is one extra advantage due to the laser. So that would trigger auto fire twice, I believe.
The whammon, hold on. Whammon. Can't select the whammon. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. Yeah, she just flies back and gets blasted to a load of
Could I
smoke shit.
allocate the last shot against this dude?
Is that how auto fight works?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can do that
Oh,
actually
okay.
as well. Yeah,
Alright then.
if they're engaged with them. I'm not even sure if it's engaged. It might have a longer range than that, but whatever.
It has long range.
Yeah. Let's have a
Also for
look.
me.
Look, see.
I kind of have a pun attack.
You have a pun attack?
You'll see it. You'll see it.
I don't like the sound of this.
Well, yeah, that guy is not too hot. He's just taking a load of rapid fire blaster bolts out to the whammon behind him. It's Cinder.
I'm allowed to move and do an action, right?
Yep.
Like, can I move myself here and try to heal Chunky?
Well,
He's on the other side.
yeah.
Huh?
He's on the other side of me.
To the west.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to. I haven't been on my computer in a while. I'm seeing what I'm doing.
Yeet.
There you
Point
go.
the mouse at the character, click down, slide it, let go of the click.
No, I know how to do it. I just didn't.
Oh.
Airy one.
Salosso just subscribed. Thank you. It's very nice.
Epic.
That is very, very cool.
Make sure you all like this video and hit that subscribe button. Remember to click
Smash the like
for
button.
for future notifications.
And if you want to support Master Stew, you can.
Don't forget to donate your
Sell
organs to
your
Ash's channel.
Okay, give me a minute.
Oh. Oh.
Oof.
Med kit, and I'll give you another blue as well. Punch that again, Cinder, because I need to set up the pool.
Roll again.
Roll medicine to heal Chonk. Oof.
That's a lot of blue dye. That's a lot of blue dye you could give to someone though.
It is.
Like the next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, give that the blue dye to Pasta.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, Chunky, I tried. Just give some head pats.
I mean, you do heal some strain for him. You heal one strain, Chunky. There you go.
Get your back, buddy.
He heals one strain as he lies there foaming at the mouth.
Alright. The lightsaber.
Our
Just gonna
Skywalker
kind
stuff.
of poke this guy on the shoulder. And then he's going to basically put the lightsaber to his stomach as he basically tries to shank him. Training saber.
Fucking shank with the saber.
And it says, "You want some Essex?"
You want to taste of my death stick?
Boy. Punch it in when you're ready, Yuka.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck's sake, right.
Boy!
So much triumphs.
The
He is
redemption
too
arc is real.
powerful in the Force.
I knew John's eyes weren't wrong.
Not even death sticks can impede his power. God damn.
So, six stun and a triumph.
Okay, right, here's what happens. You stab the guy for a little bit bit of damage. He's got some thick boy armor on, so he's a little bit resilient to the damage you do, but his hands come into contact with the saber, and he kind of screeches out, like, "Ah!" And he drops his weapon, and he kind of falls to his knees, racked with pain, as you've just done a lot of nerve damage to his wrists. And he just kind of lies on the floor, kind of like, don't hurt me, man, don't hurt me.
Wow, you were yes, not the Destix.
This guy's just going to not act this turn. He's just going to lie on the floor and be passive. That's
Sounds good.
John Wick, yeah.
Alright, so this guy's still alive, yeah?
Yeah, he's the only one still alive for the moment.
Alright. I'll move past the guy in front of me.
Yep.
And as I move up, I say to the ones behind me, you will go on ahead. Me and you can take care of this one. In case he doesn't die. Basically.
Yep.
And I'll just, as an incidental, basically holster my gun. Look between this guy and Yuka and say, I suppose you can consider this a practice session. And I shall commit a force rating to increase my brawn again. Then I shall roll to attack this guy. I'll take suffering some strain to aim.
To aim, okay.
Yes.
Alright, punch it in. Da 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 da.
That is 9 damage.
9 minus 6. Alright. Let's see.
And, can I activate defensive?
Yeah, why not?
I don't remember how much that is. That's 1 or 2?
If it doesn't say, then it's 2.
It says defensive 1.
Okay. Defensive quality, let's have a look.
I know that increases my melee.
Your defense, yes.
By that amount.
Yeah.
I'll have a very, very quick look. La 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 la. Weapon qualities. Defensive, yep, it's 2.
2?
Yep. So yeah.
It increases my melee defense or both defenses?
Both defenses.
Both?
If
Okay.
it doesn't specify, yeah.
Really? Huh.
Yes.
Thus my total defense is now 2 for both ranged and melee.
Yep.
And it dealt 9 damage.
Okay, he's got 1 left. The cyborg is kind of coughing and wheezing as you slashed him with your big knife and cut out most of his servos. And he's he kind of croakily turns to you and draws a knife, saying, "Black Sun will remember this."
Oh no!
What the heck?
Todd hated that.
Excuse me.
And what does he do now?
He's gonna try and pathetically swing at you with his knife. He's gonna use a bit of dark side though, so. No. He suffers 1 strain and falls to the floor. and just passes out as he tries to swing at you, and just falls slumps to the floor. Well done.
Okay. Alright, I sheath my sword. I grab this guy. Like the guy beneath me.
Yep.
Just hoist him up and start running.
Okay.
Come on.
Everybody doesn't know what to do.
We might need some people carrying the Wookiee, since he's a bit of a chunky boy.
Wait, what's up with this guy?
Sure, pardon the
He
pun.
just...
I was up in my tracks.
Are we doing anything about this?
Yeah, I picked him up and I was going to carry him.
Oh, him. I thought you meant the Wookiee.
No. Alright. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I hoist the guy over Yuka's shoulder. What's your point ready, Yuka?
Well, here we go. God,
You're gonna carry him.
And I will try to carry the Wookiee. I have a brawn rating of 4.
I think you're strong enough to carry him, I would say, considering, yeah. Force makes you swole.
The force makes me swole. Let's go.
Yep.
I just hoist him up. I just hoist him up on my shoulder and say, "God, you're fat."
Aww.
He's not that. He's just fluffy.
You fluffy.
He floofy.
And then I say we start running. Yeah.
They probably heard that explosion, so yes.
Yeah. So now there's probably fucking chaos and smoke going on, making it easier for us to just run out.
quick, before the Black Sun finds out. The Black Father has to go.
We're on.
Fuck.
The Black Sun. The Black Sun will never find the Black Father.
Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, but we run out, Stu, if there's any problems left.
There is a tiny problem. Everyone's
should we
fleeing
open fire?
after that grenade went off because, like, what the fuck? And you get to about, like, here where Han is, so you can all move yourselves up to there. As all these people are kind of monging out, wondering what to do.
Allow me. Juka is going to shout loudly. Everybody run! There's a terrorist in the building!
I believe the section rules, maybe?
Okay,
I mean,
mate.
at this point, is it even necessary?
Please use the light side point, Buster.
I will fucking use the light side point.
Yeah, you can.
Everyone, I'm ready.
There's a terrorist.
Quick, the rebels are attacking!
Wild terrorists suddenly appeared.
Brown skins.
Hit that, right.
I will leave some
Punch a deception check, Yuka, with some bonuses.
Oh no, there's a second plane coming!
Okay, the people start monging out some more and making even more haste to leave.
I start to act as if I'm helping people evacuate to look not suspicious.
And I just with the Wookiee over my shoulder, I just kind of run up and say, "Let me through, got a ninja block."
I'll be watching the way we came from to act like I'm guarding against the terrorists.
Okay, that sounds legit. Right. One of the noblemen strides forward and opens the doors. And as the doors swing open, you hear a voice coming from a helmet. Imperial Army, stay where you are!
Boss,
God damn.
boss, what do we do?
Did I do?
Everyone in the crowd just kind of freezes for a moment as they see a bunch of blasters just leveled at them. And, a stormtrooper kind of waltzes forward and says, "Everyone stay where you are. Come forward slowly. Slowly, I said."
We got the army in the
One of the noblemen kind of walks up to him and is like, "Sergeant, this is most irregular. How dare you speak to a nobleman?" And the sergeant just clubs him right in the face with a blaster rifle.
Shit!
I smirk from behind the mask.
So do I.
Amen to that.
And eventually an officer kind of wanders up and she's like, "Citizens, walk forward in orderly fashion. This will be all over soon."
I'll turn to Han
Sir,
and say,
Hmm?
I've got many tricks left on me, I'm afraid, for this one. But as always, the smoke grenade.
Didn't Amendius make an alternative?
You think we should engage them?
No,
Negative.
We could always try to just blend in with the crowd.
we are
They probably keep us.
we are a bit heavily armed for a crowd walking out of a spa.
Indeed, we're a bit too. If they
Boss,
were to,
Boss, I recommend we cause a panic before the crowd's gone.
we I have a smoke grenade left.
I'll be
Wait.
right back while you discuss this.
Wait a minute. Wait. Didn't Amendius make a hole?
Well, yeah, that was the other way.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
But wasn't that into the hallway
No.
that we're in?
No.
For the last fucking time, he made a hole to the outside, took the bodies. Done.
Yeah.
I've said this 10 times. Right.
So, I'm just saying we
Yeah.
could shoot. We could start shooting now in order to cause a bit of a panic that we can escape in.
You really want to mess with the fucking Imperials?
No, I'm saying we shoot at the crowd.
The pro gamer move.
You
No.
really like
Yes.
the narrative that there's an active
So-
terrorist in
so-
here, don't
So
you?
the suggestion
We
is
gotta live with this.
to fire into the air so that the crowd will panic more, and
No,
then
no.
use the crowd as cover to cheese it to the back of the building and out through the cat flap.
Well,
That's sort of
and
the
throw a
suggestion,
smoke
except
grenade.
the suggestion is for me to kill someone in the crowd, and then we run.
I
What?
mean,
I mean, I could.
it might work.
It'll look like the terrorists are shooting from this direction if we
See.
gun down a couple of them.
And it will look like the hole was simply an escape route for the terrorist.
Do we have any more
See.
explosives?
Yes, but how many of the Imperials are out there?
Do we have any more
See.
explosives, though?
I
We
think we're
I
surrounded.
have a smoke grenade. We don't have to kill. I hate killing without getting paid for it.
I
Well, you
mean,
don't need to do it. I'll shoot.
No.
I mean, I
If you're
could.
good at something, don't do it for free.
Mr. Solocost, what do we do?
I could easily create a distraction as just being a very distressed woman and make a scene while y'all run out the back. It's more reliable for me to stay, because I'll just blend in as one of the workers here.
Sounds good.
I agree. Sacrifice the whore.
I think. Here's
I
my-
am an intern. I am
Here's my idea. Here's my
loyal
idea.
to Mr. Holocaust.
Here's my idea. If I simply drop a smoke grenade, it's going to endanger the civilians here. And while I understand that some people don't mind that, It's very unprofessional.
Dying is also unprofessional. Getting caught by the Imperials
No,
is also
not dying.
unprofessional.
Dying is actually not unprofessional. It's expected.
Well, no, they expect results, and those results are for us
Anyways,
to come back to
let's get to the
prisoners.
point.
The point is, if I simply drop a smoke grenade, it's going to endanger the populace. Whatever the case, that will not look good for us. However, at least when you finally get the contract together.
Oh wait, Ritualist apparently has a plan in the text.
Okay, I'm back.
What I suggest we do
If
is
Stu allows it. Sorry, Ritualist is trying to come up with a plan.
Let Gren finish first.
Oh, sorry.
what we can do is we can have Cinder act a part of the distressed woman. This will put you in danger. It looks directly to Cinder.
Understandable.
So be careful to avoid any situation that could get you shot aside from the one we're putting you into. After you've done that, you what was your name again? Attempt to come to Kotrak's character.
Oh, Tuchar.
You want to shoot someone? Try shooting one of the Imperial officers. It doesn't matter if you hit or miss.
I don't intend to miss.
I guess they never miss her.
After you've done that, because of this, if we do that, the Imperial officers will be aware that the so-called terrorists are behind the populace, lowering the chance that they'll just start shooting randomly into them. The moment you shoot, just a second after, I shall drop a smoke grenade and we run for the back to the door the door we came through. And I'll actually use the ruler tool on Roll20 to point on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the fact that the smoke is here and this is a hallway, it will cover up what we're doing as we run back. But we only have a few seconds.
So we need to make the whore look afraid, though, don't we?
John kind of thinks for a moment.
If we get
Cinder?
Cinder with Lumoki, sorry, Chunky.
Cinder,
Yes.
how good are you at acting?
I mean, I can pull it off pretty well. I worked at a whorehouse for most of my life. I had to act with the men all of the time.
Okay, out of character, what's your deception?
The clock is ticking, so...
Yeah, what's your deception? Just really quickly. Really quickly.
Deception is 1. Alright, that's cunning. Yeah.
Whatever.
1.
Go. 1, 2, 3, go now.
Oh god.
Go. They're leaving. Go.
Oh my god! Please, someone help me, please!
And Cinder
I'm
moves.
so
Cinder moves up.
scared.
Cinder moves up. Kotrak, shoot one of them.
Yep, that's on the...
Please
Okay.
help! Please.
And I prepare a smoke grenade and drop it at our feet.
Do I have a clear... Stu, do I have a clear view on this one? Well, adequate view on this one?
Yeah, just about. She's kind of
Okay.
passing through some of the people as they're going for
Well,
processing.
in that case, I'm going to attempt to assassinate the Imperial officer.
Please, officer, please! The terrorists are in the bathroom! Please help me!
Okay, roll deception,
This is all
Cinder.
happening very quickly, like a second in between.
Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of tests all at once. So, Cinder, roll your deception.
Yes.
Hey, alright. Kotrak, you can aim. I'll let you have one
Okay.
aim as you do this.
Oh, so don't use the 2 stress? Or strain?
Nah, don't bother, because you got accurate, so.
Okay. In that case, may I fire?
You may fire when ready. You might have killed her!
Fucking sniper elite!
Oh,
Oh yeah!
give me a minute.
Bull's fucking eye, man.
2 crits.
One shot, one kill.
There's gonna be chaos out there now.
How about 1 crit and a plus what? Like 50?
I think they're gonna fucking trample the stormtroopers.
How much damage does your gun do?
9 pierce 2.
Pierce 2. Okay, so it's 11 minus 2. Shit, son. Are you gonna trigger any crits?
Yeah, I'll just, I guess I'll use the tramp for that, and if allowed, I'll use the 3 advantage to get rid of
What's
my
your crit rating?
Crit rate, 3.
Okay, yeah, you can trigger it twice if you want.
Wait, you
How
could
about
double crit?
How about... Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can do 1 crit and add to the number.
Nope, I want to make sure that
Well, you
officer
can only
will-
add to the number. You can only do 1 crit with 1 attack, but you can trigger it twice and add 1 to your crit roll, basically, for each time.
Okay.
So it'd be a D to 100 plus 10, basically, if you were to trigger it again.
Okay, sounds good.
Unless
So-
your weapon is vicious or something.
No.
Okay. Punch it. 1D 100 plus 10.
100 plus...
Ooh, 50.
So 12 damage.
Head ringer. The target increases intellect and cunning checks by 1 until the end of the encounter. Okay. You basically graze her on the shoulder and neck, and she's like kind of doubled back in pain.
Right, and the moment after that, I just drop a smoke grenade, fill the whole way with smoke. But as I do that, I shout out, "For the Black Sun!"
Okay,
and run to the back rooms.
Stu, do you have any... Are you opposed to me playing a copyrighted?
No, that's fine. Yeah, you can.
Right, because
Are
it
you
is
going
very
to
appropriate.
play then so the Clashing Swords?
No.
Do I have to roll a deception roll for that one, Stu? Or is it enough that I just shouted at?
I think it's enough, but just give me a minute. I need to put the art in. I need to figure out what you're going to do here. Right. Let's get the art up, and then see how this one goes.
Terrorists. Ah!
Terrorists win.
Terrorists.
The bomb has been planted.
Alright.
Right. All hell breaks loose, and everyone starts pushing through the crowd, and all the troopers are very, like... They can't... like, they can't stop them, is because... The crowd
Right,
just...
and-
Their terror has just overtaken them at this point, and the stormtroopers have
And
barely
me
kept
and,
back.
and me and Kotrak start running after the others to the back room.
Indeed.
Still with the injured personnel on our shoulders.
Yep. Amen to that.
Yeet, you have your
I'm
boy.
afraid we may be in trouble for this. Should we
What
get
do you mean?
caught?
Okay,
Yeah, but it's
Jeet
all
talks to you on the comms. He's in the text there.
Hello, Jeet. Come in.
I think he rolled on roll 20.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll say you can
Okay.
make your way back to the car, yeah, as this has been going on, so...
Yeah, we just kind of, if the door is open, we just run through the door, into the sauna, and out of the hole that Amendius made.
Yeah, and over the comms, I just say to Jeet, get the vehicle to where Amendia's made the hole, please, ASAP.
There may or may not have been a terrorist attack.
By the Black Sun.
Yes.
Can't believe we did it. A fucking inside job on 9/11. Fucking pasta with the pro gamer moves.
That was genius!
I mean, it was a fucking grenade. What else can you say?
We have enough of a distraction already.
Set up an explosion and
Just,
near assassinated an Imperial officer.
So, we get Heat and Amendius to pick us up. No, we just
Should be
the
good.
hole was big. The hole was big enough for Amendius to crawl through. It's big enough for us.
Yeah.
What we do need though, Jeet, is immediate medical attention.
Oh yeah. Especially for our little fur friend.
Is that Duro still in here?
Nah, he
If
fled.
he is,
Okay,
if only fucking once.
smart move.
We still taking him with us.
Yep, he's on my shoulders.
This is the yellow thing's the hole, right?
Yep.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I
That's
thought he
right,
built it
man.
in the
That's right.
astronomy.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, now this all makes sense.
Hell yeah.
If
Right.
that door was still in the fucking room, I would not be surprised. This turns out, actually, there is a terrorist attack. And it just points a gun.
Well, I would have at least been asking permission to blast him at that point.
Fucking payday style.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Amen.
Make your way to the van.
Shadowrun, right?
Get in the van.
Go out!
You manage to get away from the streets before more Imperial troops arrive, or at least till they can coordinate themselves again since they're busy dispersing the crowd. And you drive off and bundle yourselves all in the back. Do you want to do some medical checks, I guess, when you try and cheat Chonky?
Could you basically?
Question though. Do we take that guy with us? Do we?
The guy that basically fell over.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouted my name.
Alright.
Good news, Cinder. You heal Skog for 4 wounds, and recover a lot of his strain as well with that triumph. I'm gonna say 5 strain.
What's the hostage count? More like 3 now?
Yeah, you've got a boy with you as well.
Oh yeah.
Let's check the shit. Congrats, you're finally qualified for Mossad.
Fuck. That is toasty right there.
I'm Mossad sniper. Yay.
Well, that went well.
Jeet, Chonky, you're finally awake. Your ribs are still sore though.
And it's just like all of us just sitting back in the van, some getting medical attention, the rest of us just sitting exhausted. You just turn to Chunky and says, "Sorry about that. Seems there was a terrorist attack."
Okay, Ritualist, if you wish to make a If you wish to make a medical check to treat somebody, you can.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, Pastor. Can't believe you've done this. Walked right into that Imperial ambush. Same as us and that Twi'lek over there.
Okay. Jeet, you can heal someone other than what do you call it? Other than Chonky with your medical
Who else
check.
is hurt?
I have 5 wounds.
I have 1
Wait, you mean you have 1 left or 1?
1 hit point left.
You should probably heal
could
Han.
Could you heal Han? Yeah.
The way it works is you add on your current, and then you have a threshold.
And John just says, "I'm good. Focus on the others."
Okay, the boss heals 7 wounds and 3
yeah.
strain as well through Yeet's care.
Well,
And that'll be all the first aid you can do while you're on the drive back.
as one of the most successful operations I've been on.
Well, thank the gods for terrorism.
And I look to Han as well, and say, Now you better make a damn good contract, or I'm shooting your bitch.
Very well.
Okay. Guys, while you're all... Actually, I'll be right back in like 10 seconds.
My virgins are smiling upon me, Kufar. Can you say the same?
I'm back.
I hope you all approve of me using the Black Sun in the vein as well.
Yes.
Okay, guys, as you're driving away with Amendius at the controls, one of your consoles aboard the truck chimes. It appears to be an emergency news broadcast. HoloNet.
What could this be?
Oh no.
This is reminding me so much of a Shadowrun game, dude, at the moment.
Do you want to listen in?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
A old gentleman who appears to be a news anchor on Coruscant basically comes up on screen and says, "Greetings, citizens of the galaxy. We bring you very, very unfortunate news. One of our core worlds of Alderaan has been destroyed in a dastardly attack by the Rebel Alliance, the vile traitors to the New Order. Our reports are unconfirmed as to how it was destroyed, but rest assured the Imperial Security Bureau is doing all they can to investigate this atrocity. Billions of lives have been snuffed out in a horrible, cowardly attack." Our goal...
So, and this happened. I'm gonna guess that that the moment this happens, and John calms down from the high of combat,
Yes.
kind of lets his senses rest. He just feels something hit him, like someone punched him in the gut.
With a shit-eating grin, my character just sort of turns to the rest of the party and says, "Well, I suppose that'll clog up the news coverage for a..."
Exactly what I was thinking, boss.
I guess it wasn't the first terrorist attack of today.
John goes into a false sweat.
The news anchor continues. Emperor our glorious leader, Emperor Palpatine, is in talks with the Imperial government on Coruscant in order to deal with this crisis. Rest assured, the rebels may have reaped the wind, but now they're going to reap the whirlwind.
Wow.
That's so. The theme of today is terrorist attacks. I see.
So the wind reap the whirlwind.
Yep.
Oh god. Right. On your way back,
Tarkin.
night falls, and you're on your way back along the streets of Naboo. You basically make your way a few hours later to the Lake District so you can get back to Varuna's house, presumably. With your cargo and tail.
Yeah.
You trundle along the road and the mood is somber from what you can see. People are kind of dashing around. Some are crying, some are just looking really concerned.
And all of you can see John in a cold sweat for some reason.
Oh well.
Your truck trundles along nicely for a while.
What's he so bothered about?
Mm.
And eventually, as you reach a preface to sort of park your truck for the day so you can get on a boat, you will disembark around here if you wish.
Mm-hmm. I suppose.
You.
Okay. It's a terrorist that was going to happen.
It's just,
He knows to shit people
no,
up.
it's just. John kind of snaps back and says, no, it's just one of the, he, seems he hit Grace my leg with the knife. It's, hit a little deeper than I thought.
Oh,
That's,
I see.
Fair enough.
You all disembark, and as you're getting ready to move out, fortunately for you, Varuna, Cordam, and your other boy are all safely secured and gagged. Varuna and your other Cordam are both still asleep as well. They're pretty fucked up. It's going to be maybe another hour or two before they wake up. Your other boy's awake, but he's not resisting much. He kind of seems really resigned. Go right.
I just kind of.
Rebel lasers can't melt planets.
And John will kind of right himself and say, if I'm being perfectly honest, boss, a bit unprofessional of me, but I just kind of grabbed him. I was thinking some memory erasing drugs, maybe?
Class D amnestics.
That might be of use. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have those.
I don't.
It will. I have some leftovers. It will just whip out and.
Well, just see if you can erase what happened today from his memory, I guess.
Day or two. That's how usually does.
Which
has roof is in his backpack.
are you doing this to the rando boy you found on the floor?
Yeah, it just it doesn't feel. We couldn't just like leave him because he is a proper witness to what happened.
Yeah.
True.
But it didn't really. But it would have put a bad taste in my mouth to just kill him there.
To just yeet him into the sea, yeah.
It will just like get a bottle of alcohol, spray him around, pour some down his throat, and leave the almost empty bottle in his hand. There, just dump him on the corner, rolling me some mud.
Just leave him over there. That should be good. He should wake up in. Oh no, he should wake up in a few hours.
Yit will also check his pockets for money and leave like a whorehouse calling card.
But okay, guys. We'll need to scratch him up and just make him think he's got amnesia.
He had 224 credits on him.
He's gonna notice.
Yit will pocket 250 credits.
Of course.
He's gonna notice what? He's gonna notice?
He's gonna notice his buddies are dead.
Yeah, he's gonna notice. Yeah, he's gonna notice there was a terrorist attack where he works yesterday.
Exactly. Should we go for him being in it and having amnesia, or just he wasn't there?
I suppose we could search him. I'd like to try and search him for any evidence of the Black Sun Company or whatever.
Roll a perception check. It's fairly easy to do. Okay. Yeah, you find more than you wanted to know about this dude. He started out as a mercenary, it seems, from looking through some of his ID cards he has on him. Like, you find basically his, like, sort of passport thing, his citizenship and all that on him. Some mercenary from mid-Tower Rim planets, some dirtball of a planet. He seemed to come to Naboo as a job offer, and after that his record goes a bit kind of funny, and there's not really a lot showing up there. You don't find direct references to anything about the Black Sun as such, but there is a lot of shady stuff there, like, you know, he took on a job for Mr. Bokir as a private security. He got a house somewhere in town nearby, you know, an apartment, and He hasn't really
family?
been on the grid much. It's a little odd, his record, to say the least.
I say we visit this house.
You want to rob him too?
No,
Jesus.
we can sell him back to his
You'll
family.
have to switch. You'll have to switch the roles around there, ritualists. I was the one who came up with that plan.
Look, buddy.
Sorry, which plan?
I was the one who came up with the plan.
Yeah.
What, my education role? Education role was for fake news.
Yep.
No. I'm talking about the what you just drew. I was the one who came up with the plan with smoke grenade.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't Jukin.
I'll switch it around.
Jukin just came up with the terrorist name.
All right, so the aside from that, I guess. Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll write. I'm gonna write something on a piece of parchment.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna write, basically thinking about some experiences I've had before, like that John has had before. He writes it down. He writes it down on a piece of parchment. Don't. You're alive because someone wanted you to be. Don't ask questions. The boss.
Oof.
Right,
This seems like we're just leaving evidence behind.
No. We're leaving a mythical character behind.
What we're doing is, if he works for the Black Sun, easiest thing is simply to just... Likely, if he works for the Black Sun, he's just a grunt. So he won't really understand why someone would want him alive, and he'll be way too fucking scared to ask any questions. So I'm just gonna leave a message that suggests that he is alive for some mysterious reason and it was the boss's doing, and he's been and in that case he'll think that the boss has specifically instructed him to ask no questions.
What if?
Should we leave him with any permanent injuries?
He has them, he was in the fight.
Oh yeah.
Take his eyes.
Yes.
Oh
Like,
god.
just leave him with the injuries he has.
Is that an order, boss?
No, that was a joke.
So,
Oh.
just leave him with the, So, we leave him. What we do is we leave him with the message. Take away the bottle from his hand and just leave him roughed up and without memories in the back alley. If his IQ is above 80, he won't ask any questions. So yeah, just all I do is I just crumple up the message a bit and leave it in his hands.
Okay. You can certainly
That
do
should be
that.
good enough. That should be good enough.
Now,
That's good.
as you all disembark, and while you've been doing this and looking around and trying to secure some boats, go back to Varuna's house, you notice something next to the wall that's been pinned up very recently. It appears to be a little hololithic poster that's been printed out in haste.
Bruh.
Spicy.
Rebel
That's some
symbol.
spicy shit.
Welcome to the Spice Wars, ladies and gentlemen.
Now,
Rebel sympathizers, huh?
Yeah.
now, as you say this, you hear a bunch of murmurings throughout the crowd as you see this. And all the people are kind of looking up at the sky. Do you turn towards the sky?
I say we don't bother finding out. It can't hurt us that way.
Well,
I shall look towards the sky to not raise any suspicion.
Zeus will also raise his head to the sky.
It will raise the head through the sky.
You hear the furious sounds of plasma drives igniting as a ship zooms down at full speed.
Well, at least it ain't the moon.
Is that...
Could I attempt a knowledge check to identify this?
It appears to be some kind of heavy cargo freighter. And it just appears to be going at high speed in the skies above feet.
No. No.
Stu.
Oh no. It's happening. It's happening.
No.
God
damn it. I knew it. It's that kind of day.
I know we have some time left today, but I feel like this is the perfect place to end it.
Oh no, fuck that.
Oh really? We have more.
We haven't even seen the second one.
Oh no! I forgot!
It is the question, what is that cargo container doing? Which one?
I'm just saying
Shit.
this.
I just look in just amazement and say to myself, I doubt it'll burn that structure.
just... Holy shit.
Well...
Now all the crowds are going nuts and just running as far as they can, as it appears this ship has crashed into a tower above one of the Imperial Enclaves.
Wonder if they'll blame the sand people.
These blast points are too accurate for sand people.
No, hey, no, I don't think so. The sand people wouldn't be able to crash a ship that accurate.
I mean, what would bring someone from Tatooine over here?
He does have a valid point.
Yeet will hide his wallet and his new armor.
Besides,
Well, the Toydarians might blame them.
Besides, you might want to go inside the car.
Spaceship fuel doesn't melt steel walls.
Well,
Durasteel walls, sorry.
the boats are there if you want to leave the car here and go to Varuna's. That's a possible option.
I mean...
Should we check the boat for explosives first after everything that's happened?
Now I'm gonna go, I'm just kind of, I go get the, duffel bags.
Yep.
That I have stored in the car. And I start putting the people inside them.
That's probably fair enough.
And I just say, "Is racist not suspicion? Have you never transported a body before?"
Well, I guess today we're firemen.
I mean, it's much less suspicious to carry around a duffel bag than it is to carry around the body.
True.
He does have a valid
Especially
point.
after that.
Mr. Solocost, I have an idea I would like to suggest. So
What is this idea?
you didn't actually negotiate a contract. So if you want some leverage with this, I assume they wanted them back alive for a reason. We could set
Yes.
explosives on the captive.
Wouldn't it be actually
Remote
now that I think
detonated
about
explosives
it?
on the captive.
We are currently on good terms, and I feel like such an action would make the terms less favorable.
Well,
here's
they
what
could
I
be.
suggest. Here's
Well,
what I
we can
suggest, boss.
Look,
Just,
we can...
we stay
Look.
here with we stay here with the people, with the targets. You go discuss the contract. Then we bring the bodies. Then we bring them once you're done.
Very well.
And,
Well-
on top of that, we got a bit of leverage.
The suggestion.
We just got a second terrorist attack. We had a fake terrorist attack. Will you tell them we're caught up in the middle of a terrorist attack? They're gonna pay more. I betcha.
I mean, I think maybe a planet exploding important news.
Yeah.
Us.
Contrast is a hell of a
Like-
drug.
It really is.
Well, she
Alright,
hasn't
boss.
seen me before. You could pretend I'm a terrorist and you're working with me.
Wait, what?
Alright,
boss.
Why would we be
Alright,
working
boss,
with
you
the
go.
terrorists? We'd be
Alright,
putting
boss.
them in danger.
That makes you way more intimidating.
Alright,
No,
boss,
no.
good luck. I'll stay here with the idiots.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'm just saying.
Explosives, by the way, could be put in the stun cuffs, so when we take them off, we don't actually have to let them know they're there.
We're
Sure.
not going
Never
in
again.
masquerading as terrorists. I'm just saying.
I'm on the boat and I'm getting away from these.
Are you taking
I'm
Varuna
just
with you or Cordam with
and
you?
And
Cinder
all I'm
kind of-
doing, and I just and John just as they're discussing this, looks outside and slowly closes the door.
Cinder kind of makes the point of shouldn't at least someone go with the boss in case
you want
something
to.
were to happen. At least, having some backup would be, advisable.
I just motion over to Amendius to come along.
Okay,
I still need to fix him, though.
right. Han, you're going to Varuna's. Is that it?
Yes.
With
Yeah.
Amendius.
Is it
You
too
want
late
to
for me to
bring
roll to
someone
see if I
else?
fixed his arm?
You want to bring someone else as well?
You could take the Twi'lek and the Wookiee.
Yeah.
The Twi'lek, the Wookiee, and Amendius, because Amendius can just stand at the around near the door,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Alright then.
Are you taking any of the prisoners with you?
No.
Not yet.
We're gonna leave them.
Okay.
We have leverage for our contract.
Until the terms are discussed.
Can I roll about the mechanics check for fixing that arm that was broken?
We'll do that after the game, I think, because that's
Okay.
Amendius' thing, isn't it? It's broken.
Well, since he's being brought over there.
So yeah, those of you that want to come with Han, place yourselves down there
How
as
do
you
I do it
arrive at
again?
the estate.
I would love to, but I'm stuck with this.
I will stare at the prisoners non-stop.
This music's oddly fitting.
I'm gonna stare at him.
You're lucky the boss doesn't let you hurt.
Look, buddy. Just
Oh,
don't
ritualist, that
hurt
looks
tonight.
awesome.
It's done.
He's just trying out.
Oh.
I love how it looks like a sort of Miami sunset. It's lovely.
Yeah. It's got that nice vapor wave aesthetic going on.
Yeah.
Who actually stayed behind? Aside from-
Everyone but me
I
and
knew it was you and me.
Og's character went.
No, I don't know. I don't know what your plan was, to be honest.
Just have a few people stay behind to guard the leverage.
Yep. Okay.
They still passed out?
Yeah, for now. Okay, I guess that's you three then. The meme team. Right. You get in your boat and you make your way over to the Varuna estate on the middle of the lake. You draw up, and the guards usher you in. They recognize you. And Lady Varuna and her two guards waltz up to you both, to you all three, and
Back.
she's like, "Ah, Mr. Solocost, I heard there was horrible tragedies today. Are you alright? Are your friends alright?"
I'm luckily, well, I could be better since I did take a bit of a beating, but I'm
Oh,
alive.
I heard there was something at the spa house that the Imperials are saying it's A terrorist attack, Black Sun, loads of horrible nonsense like that.
Yes, unfortunately we did run into the Black Sun, and combat ensued.
Huh. Did you at least bring my sister back? Did you find her?
Yes, she is with my compatriots.
Ah.
She's currently in safe hands until the contract has been discussed, because I had forgotten about.
I see, Mr. Solocost. She kind of frowns a little and seems a little bit concerned, and she says, "Yep,
Don't
please.
worry, she's in safe hands."
I'm sure, sir. Please follow me. We can discuss this in the dining room if you wish. She currently dismisses the two servants who promptly fuck off.
I just want to point out for a second that part of my infamous trait is the fact that John has never once failed to complete a job, and he always fulfills it according to expectations.
Yeah, I'm going to be learning your obligation after this, because you've been doing some good stuff. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So, if you say, while it's not going to guarantee anything, if you say that she's in John Wick's hands, it's probably going to terrify her, but it's also going to ensure that so long as everything goes according to form, she should return to her.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out.
She motions you to sit down, doesn't offer any food or drinks this time, and just says, "You've taken a rather prudent measure, I suppose. I'm not unused to this. It's the way in politics. I am a little sad you didn't bring her right away, but I suppose you wanted to do business first. Tell me, what do you want for my stepsister?"
Well, I require funds for my company. It is very simple.
Funds. My family can provide funds, but I feel like you're looking at this a little too slowly, sir. A little too small and... She basically says you're looking at this in too small of a scope. And she says, "Do you not prefer an investment into your company? It seems at the moment you don't have much of a reputation at the moment. I could offer a sizable investment, add our family name to the organization."
That certainly sounds like a good proposition.
Rather than a lump sum of funds, as I feel this would be more beneficial to both of us. The Varuna family could always use your services again, should the need require.
And we shall be there if you require it.
Excellent. I think we could agree
is here to provide.
I think, very good, sir. I'm sure we could agree to a reasonable share of your company. So, how much are you, basically, what kind of opening offer would you like to give them shares-wise? We'll do this very simply, because I have no idea really how shares work, but I presume it's like a percentile, like, of how much they own, basically.
Damn, if only I knew something about business. Right.
Generally, most beginning investors, I believe a small amount, normally it's like 10 to 15% of the business is like what they own, and then they, for like using their namesake, normally if it's a startup business, they give a little bit less, and then they just own a percentage of the shares for you. It's kind of like use their name so that your business could be bigger, kind of thing.
And through that, their 10% share grows in value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they earn more through that.
Yep.
And
Yes.
with the people you currently have hired, it's likely going to be a, provided we survive, she's probably recognizing it's going to be a good investment.
Mm-hmm.
So she's likely willing to have a smaller share rather than craving a big one.
Yeah.
In return for her 10% share, her family and her business will basically provide us with continuous funds rather than a single payout. It's a partnership basically.
Yep.
More or less.
I like the sound of that. That is probably a lot more stable.
What is also with shares is that if someone becomes the majority shareholder, they're more or less the deciding voice among the shareholders.
Yep.
A good rule, Han, is that you should
keep 51%.
Yes.
Well,
yeah,
or at least the majority.
Yeah. That is one good rule. But if that doesn't work out, if you have too many investors who want a good share, always keep at least a 10 to 20% above every other shareholder.
Right.
Exactly. Always keep yourself above the shares that other people hold.
See if she can accept the 10%.
Yep.
Because that's an acceptable one for a first one.
Mm-hmm.
Try, and if she starts to discuss 20%, try to keep it down to a 15.
So how does 8% sound?
She kind of smirks at you and is like, "Ah, yes, that wit, Mr. Solocost. I was thinking more 18% to start with."
Oh.
I certainly believe that 10 is a reasonable amount.
Okay, now we need to make negotiation rolls.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter how much she owns if we, set up a terrorist attack on her entire state.
No.
No, because we can do much more with those connections.
Well, we get what we need out of her then.
No.
Give me a minute while I get the
Coercion is a short-term thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I'm not suggesting coercion.
Terrorist attack.
Well, okay. We disguise it as a terrorist attack. We just need to kill her.
Sure thing, Kokrak. Sure thing.
Right.
What kind of criminal organization did I join?
You didn't.
We're not
What?
criminal.
We are a legitimate consulting company.
Yeah.
In quotes. Yeah.
You didn't join.
Also, could I make a charm test to look really cool and all that? To give myself an advantage in negotiation.
Let's have a look. First of all.
See you, Ritualist.
Good night, Ritualist.
Yep, have a good one.
Ritualist.
Okay. Roll cool to look cool.
Or, I mean...
oh no,
charm.
charm to look cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll cool. Oh boy! Well... Well...
Uh-oh.
Well...
Could it be that I just sort of cough up some blood?
Yes. You seem really charming, but then she notices your weakness of body, basically. The fact that you've been through a shootout and kind of smiles a little bit at this and kind of leans back a little. And it's like, you really should get that looked at, sir.
Yeah, probably should.
Now we come to the real thing. Negotiations. Which are rolled against. See? Give me a minute. No, sorry, I haven't entered it yet. That's fine. Negotiations. It doesn't say on the website, so let me just look at my book. Negotiations. Negotiation or cool? Okay.
Since this is a negotiation back and forth, wouldn't it be opposed by negotiation though?
Yeah, so actually that rule works. Okay, here's how I'm going to interpret it. You manage to negotiate her down to, let's see, about 12% shares. But there are some unusual clauses she manages to negotiate in the contract for that disaster.
Most likely in the form of a special customer.
Yes. One of the clauses is her family can call upon you to basically assist them with a special job. Which would be very difficult to refuse, essentially. And
if you have a problem and no one else can help.
Yeah, and this could extend to an ally of theirs as well. That's the tricky bit that the clause says. So anyone they deem to be their ally, you will be honor bound to assist them if you wish to keep the job. Yeah.
Honor bound to potentially assist the Palpatines.
Yes.
I see.
Very well.
So one of you can write that in your assets. Make a shares page, I guess, on the assets bit.
You got us into
shares page. How many shares?
They own 12% of the shares.
The Palpatines, the Runas, the Palpatines own 12%.
The Palpatines?
There would be the Runas in this case, who are related to the Palpatines.
Yes. They're not directly the Palpatines. The Palpatine family, you know, is almost dead, basically. Except for one.
They all seem to have died before he became a senator.
Okay, noted. 12% to Runas/Palpatines.
Okay. Varuna says, "Very good, sir. I'm glad we could reach a deal." She seems a lot less charming now and more businesslike, and kind of says, "Now, where is my dear sister?"
Just a moment.
At that moment, John just kind of goes, "We're waiting for a while here. You done?"
Yes, bring her in.
All right. You can tell her she'll be over in. How long does it take to get over the river?
10-20 minutes. That's not too far of a journey, so.
She'll be over in roughly 10-20 minutes.
She comes back. She basically orders the servants back in to start preparing you with a light evening meal to get you all rested.
I take the duffel bag. Take the duffel bag, and I guess after 10 minutes.
Yep. You may enter the scene whenever you're ready, basically. Yep.
I come in with carrying a duffel bag.
I suppose this is due for Juka to fall.
You can if you want to.
No, we don't. Well, I suppose.
I don't really care if you follow or not.
I'm just presuming you're all there now, to be honest. Oh yeah, what do you do with Bokir? Do you take him in the duffel bag or do you leave him somewhere?
No, he's there. We leave him.
Right,
we left him in the car, or we took him with us?
Could I presume that you took the Varuna's stepsister or whatever out of the bag before entering the room?
I don't think he did that. No.
All right, fair enough.
This seems more stylish, to be fair.
John just
put her on the table.
Walks up. John just kind of walks up, put the duffel bag down, sits it open.
It reinforces that no one saw this.
Pulls out the chair next to the Lady Varuna, and lifts Sarah Varuna out of the chair, out of the bag, still bound and gagged, and puts her on the chair.
Okay. Sarah Varuna seems really alarmed and wriggly as she's in the chair. And you just hear screeching muffles as as you place her in the chair. And Selena kind of looks to her and says, "Ah, hello, stepsister." Just seems really tired. And
She's
she
alive.
Yeah, God.
She's alive. She's alive. We did the absolute minimal amount of damage we could to her. At best, I apologize about any bruises. It was a case of she did not want to come quietly in the slightest. Even attempting to attack us. Your sister is quite a wild thing.
Yes.
and I just pat Sarah Bruna's shoulders and says, "But she's your problem now."
Indeed, Mr. Wick. Thank you for your professionalism. She flashes you a fairly genuine smile. And she takes off a gag, and Varuna just starts screeching expletives.
Not surprised.
All around the room about you guys, and about the fucking bitch Selena sending people to pick her up again. She was happy there, you know, where she was partying.
Grun, just double checking. We didn't bring Bucky, right?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I'm still watching him.
Yeah. I'm trusting that Jeet will stop anyone from trying to kill him.
The boss did not order his death.
Good.
Or authorize.
As they screech more expletives, Serena does try to kind of run after you guys, looking really angry, but basically one of the roll guards just kind of snaps and yanks her shoulder back and just holds her there, like in his grasp.
As if in response, Shuk is just gonna do the fucking, the one where you snap, and it's like, and, like winks at him.
Oof.
A snap into a finger gun and a wink.
Yes!
Roll a charm to charm a roll guard.
Oh, that's about accurate.
Yeah.
You suffer 3 strain as the roll guard just kind of looks at you and shakes his head slowly.
You can feel the bloodlust.
Cinder is gonna kind of like walk, and like have like a little grin and be like, "Now, little princess, stay here. Trust me, you don't want to be in those kinds of places. As someone who knows from a lot of experience."
Oof. Well, here's what you can roll. You can roll a charm against her. Let's have a look.
Trying to sweet talk.
Well, that might be good enough. Let me just have a look.
2 charms.
Only
you don't want to be there when we get hired to pick you up.
Jesus. Varuna kind of softens a little bit at your words, Cinder, and is like, I would have been fine, you know. Not my first time party. They wouldn't have let anything happen to me.
Can Duka interject in response to her saying she would be fine and try deception, saying, "Ma'am, there was literally a terrorist attack when we got you."
Just coining the terrorism. She kind of is like, wait, what?
Yes.
Immediately afterwards, immediately after we came to pick you up, and you assaulted us. It was a terrorist attack.
You might want to check the news.
She kind of.
If we hadn't protected you while you were unconscious, well, let's just say that the Black Sun isn't a criminal organization to be trifled with. Trust me.
She kind of just looks a little shocked at this and is just kind of like, Black Sun? Oh, for goodness sakes. Why did I trust that damn Bokir fucker? And she's all like, I'm gonna have a lie down, Selena. And Selena's just like, yeah, whatever. Just lets her kind of wander off.
I just turned to Han and says, If she wasn't so young, she'd be my type.
Ooh woo.
Suppose you would enjoy a bit of a grappling challenge.
John gives
as I just slowly raise my glass of whiskey towards Smoke.
You just see the sassiest, like, raised eyebrow and smirk imaginable.
Selena says, well, my new business partners, you're welcome to stay the night if you wish. I gather there was something going on at the spa, but I won't pry.
Probably better for us to lay low, if I'm being honest, boss.
Yes.
True.
And she kind of just turns to Yuhan back as she sits back down at the table and resumes some of her light food. I trust, Mr. Solokos, there were no evidence left behind as to your presence.
None of our presence. Definitely just of the terrorist attack.
Terrorist attack, I see. Well, there's been a lot of that going around recently, it seems.
Just today, apparently.
Yes, Alderaan. I must say it saddens me. I know some good people on Alderaan. Very, very proud and lovely families, but
John Gumps.
We need to hit back at these rebels. I hope the Empire can root them out for good.
Absolutely.
Perhaps you gentlemen will assist them with that one day.
I just give her the biggest grin imaginable and just say, Varuna, the pleasure would be all mine.
She kind of raises her glass.
John just cuts in and says, so long as we're paid.
She chuckles and says, to the downfall of the rebellion then, and raises her wine glasses.
To the downfall of the rebellion and the uprise of the Oof gang.
Oof.
Fucking terrorists.
Is this guy still asleep?
So,
he's struggling in the bag now that he's got back at the boat, or wherever he dumped him.
it was just in the car.
Yeah, you can just leave him there with Yeats and Amendius if you want.
And just because I feel like it would be fitting to do this in an actual Star Wars movie, I would like to spend a light side point to activate the foresee force power to try and get a glimpse of the future.
Okay,
I feel like in an actual Star Wars movie, this is the moment where the Force user would get something like that.
Next time on the Spice Wars.
This is the end of the first Spice Wars movie.
Okay, John Dovick, you meditate. Is there something in particular you're looking for into the future?
Just the future as related to Alderaan and what occurred, as the death of so many people felt strange.
You feel that today, a lot of life from the Force was snuffed out, and it happened very, very suddenly, with no warning.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps not malicious intent, but there was certainly a cold intent by whoever orchestrated this feeling, this act, this disaster.
Do I see?
Do
I see the black mask of a certain someone?
You catch a glimpse through your Force foresight. Through the murky smoke, you see the trailing of a black cape, the trailing of a small figure in a white robe, and a man wearing some impressively high black jack boots. Very imperial looking jack boots. And then your vision returns to the present.
Back to the dining room table.
Yep. I figured you were meditating out here on the patio, but you know.
I mean, I was kind of figuring that maybe we did stay to take a drink. I could have gone on the balcony, just staring out into the
Yeah, and then you return to the table. So, it's up to you guys if you want to do anything else here, roleplay a bit. I'm probably going to close out this soon. So.
If the guy woke up, I'm gonna blast him on stun.
Yeah, you can do that. If he wakes up here, you can just knock him out again. That's fine.
Cool.
Don't cause too much nerve damage.
Yep.
We still have to fight. We still have to try. We still have to sell him and erase his memory.
I wouldn't have to stun him if he wasn't away.
Well, unless of course there's a bounty out for him.
Ritualist could probably rehypno him if he gets it.
All I'm saying is, he is money.
Oh, ye. He's probably pretty big in the Black Sun operation.
We could also get some information out of him.
True.
And finally figure out what the fuck's going on with the Black Sun before they start gunning for us for real, which is becoming more and more likely every day.
Guess we'll just have to gun them back.
So the wind.
Reap the whirlwind.
Say the phrase. Say the phrase too.
And on that bombshell, good night.